Okay, hi. I know I haven't made a video in a long time. That's because, my microphone's been broken, but I finally got a new one. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make one of these. It's to help you, with inputting a backup if you're like making a Halo mod and you're testing something. This will work with other things that need this type of application too. If you're making a Halo mod and as an example, and you want, you're like testing something and you need to put your backup back into the Halo maps directory a whole bunch of times because things aren't working, like basically like you're doing a trial and error type scenario, you can make one of these and then you can just click the button every time you want to install the backup without having to go like right click on Halo and find target and copy and paste manually. Anyway, let's get started. First type either Windows key R on your keyboard, or just go to your run and then type CMD. That'll bring up your command prompt. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, first, before you could, whatever, we're using the command prompt for this because a batch file basically just activates commands in the command prompt all at once so that you don't have to type them in over and over again. But anyway, first go to my computer and then your main drive. It doesn't even need to be your main drive. You can technically do these wherever you want, but first make your backups, of course. Here's my backup file right here with all my maps in it, so just new folder, then name it backups or whatever. It doesn't really matter what you name it. Then just go into your main Halo directory, and then just Control A, copy, and then just paste into here, and then wait for that to get done. Then we'll be ready. Okay, now we can start. What we're going to do is make the batch file now. How we do that is we use the copy command in CMD, which is just copy, and then you write the location of the first file, which is obviously, because it's just the main drive, is C-backups. It's backups on C, and then dash whatever map you want, which I'm just going to use Blood Gulch in this example for the backup. Then you hit space, and then quotation marks, and then you just type in your path that you want for the thing. Anyway, let's make the file now. You just really have to, if you have all the default directories, you could really just copy exactly what I'm putting down. First, make a new text document. I'll just call it backup thing .txt. Then open that up, and then you just type in whatever. First, make sure that on format, word wrap is not checked. So click format and then type that. Okay, now let's start this. Okay, you just type copy, space, and then we remember what you might want to have your window up, my computer open, to your main directory, because it's just C-backups. If you open it, you'll see. You could really just copy this. See. But you don't need to, whatever. And now we want to do Blood Gulch. This is whatever map you're going to be working on. This is the only downside to this is that whichever map you want to back up, you'll have to go into the batch file and change that to whatever map you want. So like if you wanted Gyphyrophobia, then you'd have to change this to whatever. Anyway, okay, now where's our destination folder? Well, the default is obviously, as you should already probably know, is C-program. But see, the problem here is that program files has a space in the name, and then command prompt thinks that you're doing a different command if there's a space in it. So what we need to do is we need to put a quotation mark at the beginning, and C-program files Microsoft Games Halo maps, and that's the default directory, obviously, as we all know already. and then just hit enter, and then hit yes. See, here's what this one says right here that I just made. Okay, see, does it say the same thing here? Yes, it does. I say it right. Anyway, this will cause your backup to automatically be installed, because your first line right here, this is telling this map right here in bloodgulch.map to be copied, and then this is telling it to paste the space right here. Then this is telling it to be pasted into this file right here, and then yes is because it'll be like, oh, do you want to overwrite the file? And yes, you do. So, okay, so now all we need to do is rename this. Instead of backupthing.txt, rename it backupthing.bat, and then it should change it to one of these weird things, and then you're done. Now when you double click this, it'll automatically do everything for you. So it'll automatically back it up every time. So like if you completely screw up your blood gulch and you want to change it, then you just double click this and it'll automatically install the backup without you having to go into everything. And then if say you're working on like Sidewinder instead, rename yes, then you can just go into here and then just change this to Sidewinder dot, whoops, it's already .map in there. Let's exit, yeah, save changes. Also, if you save as, because sometimes you have to have a certain folder option to just be able to put it in the into the name of the file and have it recognized as that type of file. So if you can't just rename it and turn it into a bat file, then just save it as a and just go to save as type all files, and then just go ahead and type in .bat and then save, and then that should save it as a .bat. Never mind, that doesn't work. Oh, never mind, I guess it did. It's right here. Sorry. Anyway, so just save as .bat, or you can also just go into tools folder options, and then just view, and then it's one of these things. Here it is, hide extensions for known file types. If that's checked, just uncheck it. And then because you have to rename it obviously from the text file to the batch file, and then you can just type this straight in. The only downside is that for every single thing that you ever have, you have to write that in. So anyway, that's how you do it. It's really easy. It's really easy, so you don't have to worry about anything. But anyway, that's just if you're doing some stupid thing on Blood Gulch, like you're testing to see how you can do something, and then you keep on screwing it up severely, and you have to install the backups over and over again. Then instead of let's see which one's faster right now. Okay, here's the old way to do it. I'd have to be like every single time I'd have to go C and then backups, then wait for backups to actually load because my computer's so slow. And then I'd have to go to Blood Gulch, and I'd have to copy, and then I'd have to exit, and then I'd have to go right-click properties, find target, maps, and paste, yes. Or I can just do this now. This is just if you're gonna have to, see now I just did the same thing in about 1 second. So really, this is quite a bit faster, but really it's not super, it's only useful if you need to put the backup in a whole bunch of times. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. So anyway, that's how you can do that. That's just one of the things you can do with batch files like command prompt to help you with modding Halo and stuff like that. It's actually pretty useful in my opinion. So anyway, this is a video for a long time.